here at ITSEC TV. We are at the BAE booth. We are speaking to Petter Junk. How are you?
Doing well. It's great to be at ITSEC this year again. We're excited to be here, as always. That we brought all of our family of companies, both us globally as well as all of our commercial subsidiaries between Bohemia and Fitch. So it's a wonderful year to welcome our customers and be able to show off what we have.
Yeah, and you have a really awesome stuff this year I'm excited to talk to you about.
Yeah, no, thanks. Yeah, it's great. Historically, we have brought kind of our large-scale integration of running training from full life cycle to debuting our wargaming. And then this year, with all the immersive VR, AR, COT space tools, that's where we're showing everything from a live door gunner where people can come and get into that and see what does immersive training mean. As we've seen what's happened forward deployed, we're having to bring training to where the people are. Yeah. This is what it is, so we tried to bring that here and show our ecosystem of partners what they can do.
Yes. So tell me, how are you transforming military readiness?
I think if you look at readiness, is we've got to train as we fight. We've got to simulate as we train. And so what BAE Systems has tried to do is really remove the burden of the government having to be the integrator of pulling all these capabilities together. So we've really invested in an ecosystem to bring all those capabilities together. We've brought all the tools that do the interoperability. So with Pitch, we helped do the HLA, the live virtual constructive. We even ran the tutorials at the show to do that. But then bring those tool sets that really help you simulate that world, digitally experience it, and be able to bring then somebody who can bring you that entire life cycle, whether it's sea, air, land, space, cyber, whether it's operational, strategic, logistic, tactical simulation. We have a means to bring it from us, that ecosystem, and that's really what we've tried to do as being one of the largest providers here.
Yes, and you do such an amazing job of bringing all these different elements together. So how do you integrate that live training and synthetic environments to what you do?
No, that's a great thing because that's actually been an area that has dramatically changed. One, the standards globally have now started to define things like HLA, this architecture for basically the bits and bytes of how two systems can talk. That is how we can tie multiple simulators together, but at the same time, while we have maybe in this booth like we're showing a Black Hawk pilot, he can be actually talking to a pilot in a Black Hawk by having that audio transform from the actual radio into it using our tools, such as these connectors that we do. And that's kind of our subsidiary Pitch has been helping drive the standards, build the tools. But then everybody needs to be in one copy of the Earth. You and I are only standing in one spot. You need one copy of the Earth in the terrain fed to every simulator and every system. And that is what Mantle does, which is our framework and of our world servers that feed PEO Strive with One World Terrain and all of our systems. And then on that, you need that synthetic environment to see, and that's where our virtual battle space. But that only brings you to, we're training for today. How do you simulate the world around you? And that's where our wargaming systems, all of those are fusing that technology, interoperable, to make it so that you can actually prepare. That improves our readiness. That removes the logistics burdens. You can shoot digital ammunition, save your rounds, better be able to evaluate the soldier, be able to see how are they going to perform more closely to minimize kind of the difference between what we thought was ready, how we're there, while reducing the wear and tear on platforms by using the simulators. So it's a comprehensive breadth, but it's essentially let us be that one who can bring it so that our customers can accelerate the time to innovation.
And I think something that you touched on earlier, super interesting, is that with some of these guns and weapons and stuff like that, you are putting like air in their face and they're using like the exact same like triggers and the shake, and like that's pretty amazing for training.
It's one thing in training to go and be able to say, all right, I was able to kind of digitally do something, right, and now I know where the buttons are and the others. But you take a person from that and you see their hometown destroyed and that emotion. You get in the dark, you get into smoke, and they can't see those buttons that they saw in the training room. They can't do this. You need to put somebody into a fully immersive environment, AR and VR, to override their visual senses. We have the audio of the battle, of the people they're collaborating with, one may be in the air or the ground. You feel the actual system so that you're, without looking at it, knowing what it should be. The recoil, so that's where the air, and if you hear the large sounds, but then the wind in your face, so as you turn and all those, because then the human operator is closer into a live environment. And we can put them into any city, any time of day or night, any weather pattern on demand, and see how would they hold up, how would they collaborate. That improves their effectiveness. And most of these simulators, especially the large end sophisticated systems, we can deploy an entire simulator for less than a few days of training costs in a live environment.
Wow.
And it saves the environment, gallons of jet fuel. It saves munitions with logistics, which is some of our biggest factors that we have.
Yeah.
And it improves the readiness of our forces. And that's what we wanted to show is, this is not the future, this is something here today. And with more than 300 partners and 60 militaries, that's what we're enabling. And just like people know us as being a leading platform provider, we want them to know us as the leading digital platform provider for this class of tech.
Absolutely. And Petter, can you tell us about the importance of partnerships through all of this?
Yeah, so as those who know me, I came from growing small businesses, Silicon Valley startups. Innovation happens all over the place. The best innovators are those who farm it and harvest it coming together. There is a wonderful array of innovative partners out there that has brought these components. Through standards and interoperability, we can bring them together. So we have several of our partners coming here today. We had Vario, our headset manufacturer. They came out with a brand new announcement today. Saturday, we got that gear and it's already inside our booth because we're able to go and show that for that new AR headset. What we're trying to do is embrace the innovation that has occurred to shorten the time to delivery to our government customers. And then where there's a gap, that's where we'll invest. But it is through our partners, and I think that's why you're seeing the number of announcements we continue to do of the partner ecosystem joining with us, because we're trying to enable the community. That is what we've done for more than 100 years as a company, of enabling our customer. That's where they are at the central part, and they hold dear a part in my heart. As I grew up as that small vendor trying to become part of this. And that's what I'm trying to offer all of them, is that commitment of our partnership to grow that and foster their growth along with ours.
Well, it seems like you're doing an amazing job at it.
We are trying, but it's only as good as all of our customers and our partners around us, and that's what's exciting.
Yeah.
You know, and not only are we standing on their shoulders, but we're trying to lift them up to help them go to the next level, and appreciate being able to have the time here at ITSEC.
Absolutely. Have a wonderful show, Petter. It was such a pleasure to talk to you. And everything that we talked about blows my mind, and I am deeply impressed.
No, well, thank you, and thanks for coming. And hopefully people will come and experience what we have. Yeah. We've got 3 large booths of experiential things to let people experience this reality, not just see it on a PowerPoint or on a display. So thank you.
See it in action.
All right.
All right. Well, thank you. Stay tuned for more at ITSEC TV.